Hey, Doug, can you explain the play call on the 2-point conversion? And did it get in time? It looked like they broke the huddle sort of close to the end of the play clock.
Yeah. Again, great opportunity right there to score, tie the football game. Um, I can do better as far as getting the play in and giving our guys a better opportunity, play call wise too in that situation. But credit them, made the stop, and just a little bit short.
Even then, Kristen.
Hey, Doug, on that play, why go with that play call? And then as far as the execution, what happened there?
My decision to go with the play call, so that's on me.
How about the execution of the play?
Yeah, like I said, I can put our team in a better situation.
Kristen and then Jeff McLean.
Hey, Doug, what can you say about the job that Carson Wentz was able to do really in that second half, considering all those injuries that you guys sustained on offense?
Carson played a heck of a football game. He played tough, played smart, resilient guy, resilient group, rallied his troops, made some tough throws against a really, really good defense. Proud of him for hanging in there and amidst all some of the injuries we had, losing Driscoll there late in the game, and then, Miles came out for a little while. So I thought Carson played really tough today. Played a good football game.
Jeff McLean and then John McMullen.
Doug, what were the analytics behind going for the 2-point conversion at 17-6?
At that time, it just gives you the best probability to win the game. In that situation, you go for 2, and then you're down. A touchdown and a field goal wins the game. Obviously, if things stay, status quo, but just gave us the best probability at that point to win.
John McMullen and then Chris Franklin. Or Chris, if you're ready, go ahead.
Hey, Doug, it looked like you went. What was the decision behind using Jalen Hurts more in the second quarter of the game today?
Well, he's part of the game plan every week. Just felt it was the right time to get him in the game. At the time we had been struggling a little bit offensively, especially running the football, and gave us a opportunity to do that with him, and it just kind of calmed the defense down a little bit too. There wasn't as much pressure when he was in the game at quarterback. Just had to find a spark, and got him in the football game.
Nick Fierro and then Tim McManus.
Hi, Doug. I wanted to ask about the offensive line, and have you ever been a part of anything like this before? Just overall with the line and with so many injuries, and who's next on the list? If you Toth you were down to Toth today. Do you have a plan behind him? If you've even thought that far?
Well, Toth battled his tail off. Driscoll battled his tail off, and we gotta evaluate quickly our obviously the injury situation and see where we're at this week on a short week, and it's just something that again, we are getting kind of thin at the position, and I'm hopeful that a couple of these offensive line guys that have been hurt, that we can maybe get them back this week, but we got to wait and see until see tomorrow and Tuesday and put the pieces together.
Tim and then Rob Motti.
Doug, given the amount of success the offense was having with Jalen Hurts in there, why not use him more in this game? I don't think he got one more snap after that long Sanders run.
Yeah, again, I guess I could have put him in there one or two more times, but he gave us a spark at times, and it was good to see, and we'll just continue to keep him involved.
Rob and then Martin Frank.
Doug, you guys finished the game with 2 healthy starters on offense in Carson and Jason Kelce. Given that, and it took a 2-point conversion at the end for Baltimore to win this game, can you draw on some positive things and take some encouragement out of this, even though you never want to lose a football game?
Yeah, and I would even say that Kelce and Carson were banged up too. I mean, it was a physical football game against a really good opponent, and my message to the football team is basically, there's all the shoulda, woulda, couldas out there, plays that we missed in the first half, turnovers, whatever it might be. But this group, every healthy body that we had played in this football game. And I'm going to tell you, it's tough to win in the National Football League, okay? And you guys know exactly where we're at health-wise. And these guys battled their tails off today and still had a chance to tie this football game, really had a chance to win this football game against a healthy football team. And so as the head coach, I can stand here and I'm proud of those guys in the locker room. And I know they're going to get beat down this week, and that's your job. But my job is to encourage them and say, hey, and I get it. There are no moral victories in the NFL. There's no moral victories at all. And we're all graded on wins and losses. But for this team to hang together on the sideline, to not point fingers, to battle, to be in this position with all the mistakes that were made in the first half, really offensively, and then we missed the kick, the field goal at the end of the half. I mean, those are the difference in games, and those are things that we're going to learn from and we're going to get better from. So I'm proud of the guys for the way they battled today.
Martin and then Les.
Hey, Doug, did you kind of talk a little bit more, if you can, about the way Carson kind of stepped up his game, in towards the end, especially, with him going to Travis Fulgham and everything?
I mean, Carson's the type of guy that's going to put the team on his back, and especially when we're faced with adversity, he wants the ball in his hands at all the time. And, those two guys, second half, really stepped up and made some plays. But I think of, Hightower came back and made some plays, and Rich Rod made some plays. We had the nice run by Miles. I mean, there was a lot of guys that, had contributions in this football game. But yeah, Kelsey, Carson, playing as tough as he did, really kind of kept us in this game.
Les and then Zach.
Hi, Doug. Certainly it was an amazing fourth quarter, but before that, what do you think was up with your offense just not being able to get even a first down? Why? Was it just the guys that were missing, or were the Ravens doing something quite different from what you expected? Let me take a deep breath on that one. Did you see the game? Yeah,
we dropped a big third down, turnover. We dropped a touchdown. We missed a field goal. I mean, it's self-inflicted wounds. It's things that I've been talking to our team all week about, right? And when you're playing good football teams like the Ravens are, you can't make those mistakes. You can't do it. And with the amount of injuries that we do have, and look, I'm going to stand here and tell you that we're not going to make excuses. The guys in the locker room aren't going to make excuses. And so, that's what happened. I mean, there's enough things in this game too to point at, from decisions I made to, execution on the field again, and we didn't get the job done.
We have time for two more, so we'll go Zach, Berman, and then Ed Kratz.
Hey, Doug, you've been talking to us about the way this team has come back and fought. Flip side to that is you're 1-4-1. How do you view the record in the context of everything going on?
That's right where we should be, 1-4-1.
Last question here with Ed.
Hey, Doug. Miles Sanders, a second straight game with a 74-yard run, 118 yards. Just, talk about his play these last 2 weeks and how – I don't know what the injury is, but how big of a loss would that be if he can't play Thursday night?
Yeah, Miles is last couple weeks has really done an outstanding job. He's been in on a lot of our first, second, and third down plays. Obviously, big run last week in Pittsburgh, another big run tonight against another good defense. And he's a spark that you need. He's got great energy, great enthusiasm. Obviously, we'll check out his injury, tonight, tomorrow, and see where he's at and if he's available for Thursday.